Hello, Jim and Jurgen. Got your brake booster taken care of. Remanufactured the air filter assembly. Got a new vacuum diaphragm inside here. Got all new hydraulics inside. All the steel parts have been CAD or black oxide plated. The face plate inside inside here has been machined to accept the correct size seal. The factories didn't do a good job of machining it. Anyway, that's why the booster failed. All right, we got the test port right here for vacuum, and here's our vacuum source right down here, and this is the test port, and they go to these two gauges right here. And what we're going to see is when the machine is turned on, it's going to produce vacuum, and our gauges are going to show what kind of vacuum my machine's producing, and both gauges are going to read the same. And then as the booster is applied, this gauge is supposed to stay stationary, and this gauge is supposed to go down to 0 when the booster is fully applied. At the same time, we have our hydraulic side input. Both of these gauges are tied together, and this gauge goes up and maxes out, and this gauge reads final input pressure as supplied by my test machine. And this is output, and again, both gauges are tied together. This gauge goes up, maxes out, and this is going to read final output pressure. This is a 2-to-1 boost ratio booster, so whatever we got here, we're going to double over here. And as a demonstration, without vacuum, the booster is inert, and it simply passes through the brake fluid from one side to the other. And so you see we got input of 350, output 350, output 350. It's bleeding down because of the my master cylinder on the booster is weak. Anyway, while we're under pressure, we look to see if we got any leaks anywhere around the space right here, and bleed screws, which is a reminder, you don't need to bother with this bleed screw when bleeding the process. This bleed screw is the first one you bleed. You do a lap around the car. This is the second bleed screw that you would bleed. So first and last. Anyway, so once we hit it with vacuum, this will go up, max out, and this will read final output pressure. But I just want to show you that the booster is inert without any vacuum going to it. As you can see with the new vacuum diaphragm internally, this builds up nice vacuum. We're going to activate the booster. There we go to 0. Release. Now we'll go over here and do the same thing, and you watch the pressure build up. There we go, max out 350, and at least 900 psi, so it's a strong booster. Perhaps you can hear the characteristic chuffing that these sometimes will make. Anyway, we got 900 psi out, enough psi that enough pressure that it moves the booster around. Again, checking for leaks. We don't have any, and it's a good booster. Let's see, while attaching the fittings here, be sure to use a wrench to stabilize this slave cylinder. Although the jam nut's holding it in position, it's not designed to hold against extreme pressure, installing the brake line fittings right there. What else we got? Sure there's something I'm forgetting, but anyway, got a good booster. I'll get it out to you today. Thank you very much for sending it.